Hey, it's Mr. Barr here for Driver's Ed. Should be Thursday, and what we're going to start here today is we're going to start looking at Unit 3. Unit 3 is only a 2-chapter unit. We're going to cover Chapter 7, which is Search and Meaning, and then Chapter 8 is Options and Responses. So starting today with Chapter 7, Search and Meaning. Chapter 7-1, Sight. Obviously, vision is important to driving. That is why we take a vision test. But as I implied on the vision test, it's not like we're looking for 20/20 vision. The accepted vision is actually 20/40. The way the eye works is you have a nerve that is attached to your brain. It takes in a picture and kind of creates an image that we attempt to understand. Anytime something new is happening, there can be a slight delay, and I'm talking slight delay to that process, which is why the more experiences we have, the quicker we can react to the different environments that we are around. What we will test for you guys is visual acuity is one of them. That is just basic vision. That is the 20/40 minimum with or without contacts. Doesn't matter, you just have to meet that criteria. Distance vision is your ability to see distance. Depth perception is somewhat the same thing, but depth is being able to kind of see the distance and actually judge the distance to a touch. Central vision is when you put your hands up by your eyes and you kind of block this peripheral vision, which is your side vision. Central vision is where we tend to look most of the time. Peripheral is kind of caught with glimpses on the outside. We do measure your peripheral vision for the vision test as well. Color vision is not a necessity to driving based on the fact that we talked about signs are colored, shaped, worded so that there's multiple ways to figure out what's going on. Same way with lights, always in the correct order of red, yellow, green. Night vision is our ability to see at night, and some people actually do have better night vision than others. And glare vision is when you are being obstructed by excess light, and glare recovery would be the ability to go from night to glare vision to how quickly do our eyes recover, because there is going to be a brief moment of kind of no vision. Section 2 in this chapter looks at sound, balance, and touch. It talks about hearing, sound, and balance all connected because it comes through our ear, and a lot of your balance is through your ear, which is why when you have a head cold or issues with your inner ear, you feel like you're kind of wobbly. It's because you're losing a little bit of your balance at that point. Different types of balance they talk about is pitch. This is forward, backward. This is why when you see cars that are doing excessive speeds, the front of the car flies up, and then when they brake, the front of the car flies down. Roll is the side-to-side movement that you feel. It's kind of a weird deal because when you turn hard to the left, it feels like you're rolling to the right. And what's actually happening there is your body is trying to stay going straight. So it just feels like you're going to the right, but you're actually just trying to stay in a straight action. Yaw is kind of a complicated one, but the best description I can give you for yaw is when you twist a towel to rinse it out when it's wet, you're creating yaw action. That's when you have opposite forces acting against each other. Obviously, if there's a yaw situation in your car, it's probably going to be somewhat of a traumatic situation, or it could be, if you've seen some of these street racing shows, they'll actually have issues where they create so much torque that it twists the frame, and that's yaw action again. What we can learn from some of this stuff is the vibrations of our vehicle. If we sense something that's out of whack, it probably is. We need to get that checked. Could be coming through the steering wheel, could be coming through the tires. You just have to try to notice where that's coming from. Third section looks at scan, search, and sense. This is talking about scanning our environment to look for possible issues. We need to look ahead 20 to 30 seconds. What we're looking for is cars, people, animals, anything that is an issue, motorcycles, whatever it may be. You know, you're scanning 20 or 30 seconds ahead as far as you can see. Then it talks about looking to the sides. Looking to the sides were especially important at intersections because of all the cars coming from different directions, people walking, crosswalks, all that type of stuff. Roadside areas, railroad crossings, shopping centers, you obviously have to look for extra people to be in those areas. When to look behind us, and it's always good to look behind us from time to time to see what's going on the backside. It's important to know when you're being passed, or maybe you can notice that somebody's about to hit you so you can get out of that situation as well. When backing up, make sure you kind of look all around you as well. Then it talks about section 4, giving meaning. And giving meaning is basically deciding what's going on around you and determining what to do. It says what can help this: your alertness, the amount of time taken to give meaning to the traffic situation, the traffic event and distractions, your previous experiences, and the expectations of the happenings in traffic. Obviously, our attention levels vary depending on time of day. Am I awake? Am I tired? Am I distracted by something? Those are going to take away from my ability to give quick meaning. Another thing it does kind of recommend, and I like, is commentary driving, where you kind of talk to yourself, especially as a new driver, about what you're seeing all around you. Obviously, you don't want to talk out loud because it can be somewhat annoying to the people around you, but kind of talk yourself through situations. So let's say you're approaching a stop sign, kind of talk yourself, and this looks like a four-way stop. I'm going to stop. I'm going to look to the left. I'm going to look to the right, look to the left again. And as long as nobody's around, I'm going to go. So you're just basically talking to yourself so you can kind of describe the situation so that you can react accordingly. That's all we're going to cover for today on this lesson for Chapter 7. Your next lesson will be Chapter 8. Then what I'm going to probably do this section as well is we'll do the questions like we've been doing. So you'll do your Chapter 7 questions, you'll do your Chapter 8 questions, and then we'll do the Unit 3 review. A lot of that stuff will probably come up next week as well. So watch this video today. Thank you.